हाले दिल गा के सुनाएंगे हम तो सात रंग हैं ये जहां रंगी बनाएंगे.
I didn't know Ajja Kaka so much, but I knew that he was a great man. He was like magic on earth, and he used some love and some magic to give life. Even in his old age, he was very fun, and he was always full of life. He was a great storyteller too. Such an amazing man. I wish I was born earlier to spend more time with him. His body may have gone, but his heart will stay with us. May his soul rest in peace.
विठ्ठल कृपा चंद गुरुविन कृपा चंद रुक्मिणी निवास चंद.
इस दिल को कहाँ ले जाए कुछ आप अगर फरमाए तो आपके हम हो जाए. कह दो हमें हंस के जरा और कह दो हमें हंस के जरा अजी जो कुछ भी दिल ने तुम्हारे हैं कहा. लाखों है यहाँ दिल वाले और प्यार नहीं मिलता. आँखों में किसी की वफा का इकरार नहीं मिलता.
ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸಹೋದರ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಹೆತ್ತ ತಾಯಿಗೆ 10 ಮಕ್ಕಳು, 8ನೆಯವನು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಬಾಲ್ಯವ ಕಳೆದನು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸೋದರ ಸೋದರಿಯರೊಡನೆ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ. ವಿಠ್ಠಲ ರುಕ್ಮಿಣಿಯರ ಸುಪುತ್ರನಿವನು, ಎಲ್ಎಲ್ಎಂ ಪದವೀಧರನು. ಯೌವನದಲ್ಲಿ ವಕೀಲನಾಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಖ್ಯಾತಿ ಪಡೆದ ಯುವಕನು ಇವನು. ಕೋರ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಪ್ಪು ಕೋಟಿಯುವುದು ಬಹಳ ಮಾನ್ಯವು. ನ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕಪ್ಪು ತಾಗದಿರಲಿ ಎಂದು ಸದಾ ಬಯಸಿದನಿವನು. ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೇವರೆಂದು ಕಲಿತ ಪಾಠವನ್ನು ಮರೆಯಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಧನದ ಆಸೆಗಾಗಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅನ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂದಿಗೂ ಬಲಿ ಬೀಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ವನಿತೆ ಲಲಿತೆ ಇವನ ಧರ್ಮ ಪತ್ನಿ, ಬಹಳ ವಿನಯವಂತಳು. ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಧರ್ಮಿಣಿಯಾಗಿ ಸುಖದ ಜೀವನ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಲಿದ್ದಳು. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಲಲಿತೆಯರಿಗೆ ಮಕಾರದ 4 ಕನ್ಯಾಮಣಿಗಳು. ಮಾಲಿನಿ, ಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ, ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ, ಮಾಧುರಿಯರು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಧುರೀಣರು. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮೊಮ್ಮಕ್ಕಳು ತಂದೆಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸೇವೆಯು ವರ್ಣಾತೀತ. ಅವರೊಡನೆ ಸಂತಸದಿಂದ ಕಾಲ ಕಳೆಯುತ್ತಲಿದ್ದರು ದಂಪತಿಗಳಿವರು. ರವಿವಾರ ಅಷ್ಟಮಿಯ ದಿನ ನೆರೆದಿದ್ದ ಜನ ಸಮೂಹವು ಸ್ತಬ್ಧವಾಗಿ ನಿಂತಿತ್ತು ಮೌನವ ತಾಳಿ. ದೇವರಾಟದ ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾವ ಅಸ್ತ್ರವೂ ಇಲ್ಲೆಂದು ತಿಳಿಯಿತು ತಮ್ಮ ಬಳಿ. ಹಸು ಹಾರಿತು, ದೇಹ ಉಳಿಯಿತು, ನೋವು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಶಾಂತವಾಯಿತು. ಇಹಲೋಕದ ವ್ಯಾಪವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಆತ್ಮವು ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರಿದ್ದ ಸತ್ಯಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ತೆರಳಿತು. ವಾಸಾಂಸಿ ಜೀರ್ಣಾನಿ ಯಥಾ ವಿಹಾಯ ನವಾನಿ ಗೃಹ್ಣಾತಿ ಮರೋಪರಾಣಿ ತಥಾ ಶರೀರಾಣಿ ವಿಹಾಯ ಜೀರ್ಣಾನಿ ಅನ್ಯಾನಿ ಸಂಯಾತಿ ನವಾನಿ ದೇಹಿ. ಜೀರ್ಣ ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಜಿಸಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಆತ್ಮವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ದೇಹವನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಲು ಹೊರಟಿತು. ಮಾನವ ಕೋಟಿಗೆ ಮಿಗಿಲಾಗಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಯು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ ಹಿರಿದಾಗಿ. ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಮಾತಿದು ನಿಜವಾಗಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದೈವಕ್ಕೆ ತಲೆವಾಗಿ.
ಕಾಕಾ, ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಿ? ಹ್ಯಾಂಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ? ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿರಿ? ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾತು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹತ್ತೀವಿ.
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ, ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕಾಯ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹತ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಮ್ಮ, ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರವರು? ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ.
We are both of us are here.
These were the conversations of late that kept on the go for all of us at Chandra Layout. It is because I was always present with Amma and Kaka. It is natural for any daughter to have stayed with her parents till she got married and completed her graduation. It so happened that I was with them for the first 20 years since my birth till my graduation, and immediately after it, I was married to Srikanth, and it was time for us to settle down in Bangalore. Kaka, you were so concerned about me that time that you insisted that we look for a house in and around Rajajinagar. And my father-in-law and Sindhu also insisted that we should look for a house nearer to Kitya's house so that we were quite safe and in the vicinity of Kitya. We too were very happy that we all could get to visit Amma and Kaka every day. Not only that, Kaka, you were more calculative. Further, you insisted that I should study after marriage too, and you convinced Srikanth and Sindhu that I should take up teacher's training, saying that it is a noble profession and a family trait. You pursued me to do B.Ed at MES College. You ensured that Srikanth would drop me at first block on his way to KIFL and pick me up late in the evening. In between, it was you who dropped me and picked me up from college many a times. Your concern was that you would get to see me every day. Probably you were consoling yourself that if not all four daughters, at least I and Madhuri were near you and met you every day. We too were happy about it. We too got to see Amma and Kaka almost every day. After my B.Ed, I started looking for a teacher's job and I was employed at Purna Pragnya Primary School at Peenya. You were happy that my pickup van was just behind your first block house. You were too happy and relieved that you could see me again, at least by evening. By the end of that year, Prerna was born. And 1 year later, I told you there is an offer for teacher's post in Stella Maris High School. You were happy and asked me to accept the offer immediately. Then your intentions was that the school was nearer than the one in Peenya, and moreover, you comforted me saying, you can leave Prerna with us, and it was a high school teacher's post. Yes, I got the point. Now, it was that I would leave Prerna in your house in the morning and get back there to pick her up. The next year, I was mother of Pranita too. And then you had a bigger explanation that I should be spending more time with my kids. You suggested that I should start a play school if I intended to continue my teaching profession. You even offered your house and backyard for me to start the play school at first block. By then, Lakshmi was back in Bengaluru and was looking for a job and also was pursuing LLB. You even got her to accept your suggestion and the offer of starting a play school together. Then again, you ensured that I and Lakshmi visited you and stayed with you all through the day in the name of Omkar Shishu Vihar. So that comes to almost 12 years of togetherness post our wedding. We never missed seeing you a single day. In 2004, when our Chandra Layout house was almost complete and we were about to shift our residence, I told you that I was intending to shift the school too. You were very upset. You were almost in tears. But I was not aware that Srikanth had already requested you both to shift to Chandra Layout. So you finally gave a nod for the school to be shifted, and you mentioned to me, you all go ahead. We both will follow you. Yet again, you gave us an opportunity to be with you and Amma further. I thank Srikanth for his kindest gesture, which went unnoticed for many years. All of us at the Umarjis consider ourselves the luckiest to have had the company of Amma and Kaka, coupled with Sindhu and Baba for 15 years. This was the golden period of our life, which many daughters and their families don't get. Kaka, you too are lucky to have been a part and parcel of our life events then on. You saw your grandchildren grow up right below your guidance and care. You were happy and participated in all our happiness with all your enthusiasm, and you were also a strong pillar of support during our times of hardship and sorrow. I cannot thank you enough by words or deeds to express your love and affection that you showered upon me and my family for the past 30 years in total.
Everything is fine. Good.
Today, you have made me realize what pain is to stay away from you and without you. Kaka, I miss you the most. The sound of the chair being moved by you when you would have your morning tea, followed by your footsteps as you and Amma walked across many times till the time that you would lock the door at night and say goodbye to each one of us every day will keep us looking out for you even now. You had made our lives so simple and enjoyable that we never realized that one day you would leave us all and proceed to the house of gods where we cannot get a glimpse of you too. You remain ever smiling in our hearts. I will cherish every single moment that I have had with you from my birth till you breathed your last. Kaka, love you.
ಲೋಕೋದ್ಧಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೇ ಕರೆದನು ಗೀತಾಮೃತವನು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಸಾರವ ಪ್ರತಿಪಾದಿಸಿದ ಗೀತಾ ಮೂಲನೆ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಪಟದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ತಾನು ಚಿತ್ರಪಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಗೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ 10 ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದೆವು 10 ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ 8ನೇ ಮಗನಾಗಿ ಜನ್ಮವ ತಾಳಿದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರೋಪಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯೆಯ ನೀಡಿದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ದಾರಿದೀಪವನಾಗಿದ್ದ ತಾ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅಪಾರ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ನೀಡಿದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರ ಸೇವೆಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಲಿದ್ದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ತನ್ನ ಅಪಾರ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತ್ಯಜಿಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವನ ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಂತಿಯು ಸಿಗಲೆಂಧರಿಸುವೆವು ನಾ
You know who was Ajja Kaka?
No.
You remember we had gone to their house in Bangalore? What you had become and you had done JJ to him, you remember?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man you had become and you did JJ to him.
Now I remember.
Yes. What happened to him, you know that?
Die ho gaya.
Huh.
He died.
What happens when somebody dies?
Become a star.
What they become?
A star.
Where?
Up in the sky.
Yeah. So, do you want to say anything to the star, Ajja Kaka star in the sky? What do you want to say?
I will do a star को मैं break कर दूंगा.
क्यों?
Because if वो नीचे चल जाएंगे.
फिर वो नीचे आ जाएंगे,
हाँ.
हमारे पास वापस आ जाएंगे. ऐसा पॉसिबल है?
Then you see.
It's a good idea, Ridan. So sweet. You want him to come back to us? Once he comes back, what you'll do?
I will give me a superpower and maybe he can fly good way. Ma, bye bye.
God bless you.
ಅಪ್ಪ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರು. ಪಾಪ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಇದ್ರು. ಏನೂ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಅನ್ನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರು. पापा इन्हें ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು.
किट्टू मामाला आपण वंदन करणे, आभार मानणे, थँक्स देणे ह्या सर्व गोष्टी कितीही केल्या तरी कमीच. शब्दच पुरत नाहीत ह्या सर्वांना. लहानपणी मी माझ्या मैत्रिणींबरोबर एक गाणं गायचे, मराठी गाणं. झुक्कू 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 आगीन गाडी, धुरांच्या रेषा हवेत सोडी, पळती झाडे पाहूया, मामाच्या गावाला जाऊया, जाऊया मामाच्या गावाला जाऊया. मामा मोठा तालेवार, रेशीम घेईल 1000 वार, नथ बिगारी लेऊया, मामाच्या गावाला जाऊया, जाऊया मामाच्या गावाला जाऊया. मामाची बायको सुगरण, रोज रोज पोळी शिकरण, मामाची बायको सुगरण, रोज रोज पोळी शिकरण, गुलाब जामुन खाऊया, मामाच्या गावाला जाऊया. झुकबुक झुकबुक आगीन गाडी, धुरांच्या रेषा हवेत सोडी, पळती झाडे पाहूया, मामा.
जय तू जय विठ्ठला पावनागा पंढरीनाथा, जय तू जय विठ्ठला निन्न नामवो शांतिधामवो सौख्यदारा. जय तू जय विठ्ठला. पावनांगा पंढरीनाथा, पादसेवा पुण्यवनीता, पावनांगा पंढरीनाथा, पादसेवा पुण्यवनीता, करुणिसी पारय्या दर्शन तारय्या, करुणिसी पारय्या दर्शन तारय्या, नियन्न भाग्यवय्या पांडुरंगा पांडुरंगय्या. जय तो जय विठ्ठला.
अपना ये कहना जीना हो तो अपन के